Hey Eka Circle, I am buzzing. Our magical luncheon was insane. The creative vibes, a room full of like-minded women just bouncing with positive energy that's there for growth, that's there for support, that's there for all the good juicy stuff. It just feels amazing. I'm getting some flare in my glasses, so I'll take them off. But I got home and I was so busting with ideas that I couldn't sleep, and I wanted to start telling my husband about all these amazing new things and meeting people that want to collaborate. And then all of a sudden, as I started to spill stuff, I remembered his conversation to me the night before. And I never used to listen to him, if I'm honest, but I've started to listen because there's, we are the yin yang obvious. I'm the excitable bunny, the energizer one, the one that talks too much, and he's the opposite. We call him the oracle. He sits back and observes, and many times where I've been wrong in things, he's given me this warning signal. So I've learned by repeat, watching my own cycles of how come that went so sticky, and he could see something that I couldn't see because I was so gung-ho and launching into things quickly. I've decided to learn to listen to him, and he's like, yeah, finally. So he's sitting back there the night before our event, and he said something to me which I had never really thought about before, that when you are manifesting, when you're birthing something, don't tell the whole world, just hold it in for a bit. And after this massive, beautiful event, I came home so filled with vibrations for new things that I could do within my business model and within the collective business model as well, that I thought, no, he's right. Hold the juice in. Like, I'm going to manifest with that energy. And even by talking about it, and I used to just see that as excitability, which to me wasn't a bad thing, that was a bit of an energy leak. And I had a huge aha moment in things that the spirits whispered to me before, that I could have finished XYZ, but I kept giving away too much. And I used to think that was money, and yes, it was. I have been overly generous and often a part of the problem, not the solution. Can you relate to that? Where you're trying to help somebody or something that doesn't want the help. And instead of teaching a person how to fish, you keep giving them fish, giving them fish, giving them fish, giving them fish. And when we talk about energy, we're talking about money, we're talking about currency, we're talking about your gifts, your strengths. We all have different gifts and strengths, right? But overly giving is working against yourself because you're not honoring your own self-loving boundaries. Maybe, in fact, you haven't even discovered those boundaries yet. What do you think? And drop me a comment where you're watching from. There's a few new names on today. I say hi to you all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you joining in these discussions and building like-minded community. We can't do this journey alone. We weren't designed to do this journey alone. This journey of inner work's difficult, isn't it? But we create a space, a safe space for each other. So energy leaks, I'm looking at my energy leakage now from a different perspective. What happens when I overshare? Is that a part of my old nervous system that hasn't learned to be calm and just sit in peace as well? That I feel the need to tell everybody everything? And in that, I create a wave that comes against me. This hit me last night. So if I am sharing with those that are insecure, or those that are jealous, or those that doubt that what I'm hearing could be created, they are powerful manifestation beings as well, right? Maybe unconsciously unaware of the power. If I said to you, don't think about a yellow car, and this afternoon you're going to go out and see yellow cars everywhere, because I've planted a seed. I've planted a topic for you to meditate on, whether you're conscious of it or not. That's how it works, right? So The energy or the creative ideas, they birth from our belly, from our solar plexus. They rise up. We weave love in from the heart space. But if I'm oversharing out of my mouth before I've set it into the quantum field, I could be manifesting waves that come against my creative projects. And if I reflect, I've done that my whole life, because I'm a manifester. In my human design, I come up with ideas all the time, not just for me. My ideas are for the collective. That's what manifestors do. And that's why I love coaching, because I can see things from another perspective. I can give you great ideas to push you a little off into your quantum leap, and that gives me joy. I can launch projects because of the creative gifts that are given to me. They drop in. And nobody owns a creative gift, just so you know. All creativity is pulling in from the quantum field. All of it. There's nothing new under the sun. Every idea that you have, somebody's done it before, but they'll never do it with the same energy. So when we think about things that way, there is no competition. I mean, yesterday at the luncheon, a lot of us are doing the same types of business. But you have your people that will be attracted to you. It doesn't matter whether you're another coach or another sound healer, or you're selling Kangen water machines like I am. Nobody can do you. And that's power that comes from inside of you. And so I wanted to chat into this new way of seeing energy leakage for myself, because I always teach what I'm learning myself. We're walking at the same or similar paces. That's why you can hear me. You can hear my frequency. But energy is what we create with. Emotional energy is what we create with. And so I caught myself oversharing in my enthusiasm and giving it to people that were going to squash my dream, even with their mouths shut. Yeah? So this is thinking as a we, not a me. It's my idea, but I need others to help me co-create it with a similar energy, a similar level of excitement, not doubt, not criticism, not she's crazy kind of comments, because as we speak, we create. Abracadabra, this in Hebrew means I create as I speak. And so I need to hold my concepts in, my excitement in, and manifest it by being still, actually, until Spirit sends me like-minded people and gives me the green light to share it in a safe space, instead of like the old me shouting it from the rooftops to everybody about what I'm going to do. And then sometimes it doesn't happen because the collective wave coming against my dreams is like a tidal wave of critical, you know what I'm saying, right? Of critical judgment coming against my dreams. And this is the same for you. So there is wisdom in silence at times, in just cooking it up inside of you, giving it all that juicy goodness. And by holding that energy, we attract what we hold. So I'm holding this enthusiasm, this crazy love energy. I'm holding it in, and I'm going to attract helpers to help me, finances to birth it. And I never knew this before. And I feel like I've had a massive shift on this 11/11th. And we had this insane celebratory time in the room where I'm finding my tribe of like-minded women that want to see the world shift and change as well. Isn't that amazing? It feels so great. So what are some things that also allow your energies to leak? Well, I've got a little document here typed up, and I thought I'd chat through. More energy allows you to create rather than consume. Now, I had a chat with a client today that I've changed the way I spend. And when I talk about spending, I'm not just talking about money, although I am. I'm also talking about what I waste my breath on. It's not a waste when it's impressed upon you to use it to co-create but don't go throwing your blessings over someone that doesn't want to receive it. That's working against free will, actually. Don't even bother praying for somebody that doesn't want you to. That's working against free will too and will karmically affect you. Don't bother spending your money on something where you're not getting a reciprocal exchange. Like my daughter puts it this way, cost per wear. So if it's something that you love or you're investing into self, you should spend generously because you love yourself, because you are the brand. Rachel calls it design her for the collective for that exact reason, but have a think about why you're spending, what you're investing in. If you're investing into ego state, you're going to be spending with a different intention. And this is where we need to sit with self and say, why am I doing this? Am I going for the brand because I'm investing in my business, or am I going for the brand because I want my ego pumped up? Two different things. And you may not even own those energies unless you sit with it. More energy allows you to put in more effort though. If I'm investing in a coach or a business mentor that has gifts, or I'm investing in a bookkeeper that helps me, and Deb's our bookkeeper in the collective, if I invest in somebody that is adding to my strengths where I am a little weaker in those areas, I can then quantum leap into working with what I'm good at, instead of begrudgingly doing and sowing negativity into my own business or my own relationship. Even in the home, this came up yesterday at the luncheon. If you don't enjoy cleaning your house, would you be better off paying somebody that loved cleaning and sowing that energy into your home and using your energy, your currency to do something that's going to financially reward you? I think so. That's investing in self. If I loved myself and I'm feeling tension in my body, I should honor my body and pay for a massage, right? Instead of being stingy with self, instead of letting energy leak by giving it so much negativity and by giving it the mind thoughts or the processing thoughts that I'm not worthy of those things, because that's not truth. They're lies. They're sitting in a position of lack, actually. More energy allows you to discover your hidden passions. If you love doing something, you'll never work again. It's stepping out of this slave mindset. It's amazing, feels great. At Good Space here, one of my beautiful neighbours walks past every day and says, oh, it's Monday, or can't wait for Friday because it's the weekend. And I challenge him all the time. We have a bit of a joke about it. His name's Tony. Tony, you wouldn't feel this way if you loved your job, right? And so I want you to see where you're sowing your energy. Think about friendships too. Are friendships giving back as much energy as you're giving out? A lot of my friendships used to zap me. Friends would only call me to dump their problems. And yet I do that every day for my job. So it didn't feel reciprocal and I felt drained and I couldn't understand why. It's because I was leaking. I was overgiving against my own personal boundaries that hadn't been set yet. I had to draw a line. I had to say, what am I comfortable with doing and what am I not comfortable with doing? I had to honor my soul in that process. More energy allows you to view the world differently. If I'm feeling drained, I'm not going to listen to another person's point of view. I'm running from ego state. If you disagree with me, I might arc up if I'm feeling empty, right? More energy helps you improve your relationships with people, but only you can control your energy. Nobody else can control what you're storing up and what you're leaking. And a lot of us are leaking energy and we don't even know it. Anger is your biggest energy leak. That's why we have the sun as a quantum code to show you that you're meant to make peace with anger. Anger's not bad. Anger's a great barometer that you are overriding self-love boundaries. That's what anger does. but you're meant to let that anger release before the sun goes down. You have a quantum clock to show you when to make peace with it and release and stop energizing it. When I'm angry with someone, I'm binding myself to them. I'm tethering myself to past events beyond one day, beyond your now. Now, heaps of my clients come in and they're perpetuating this energy leak by giving their attention to something that happened years ago, over and over and over. And in doing that, you are reliving the trauma. So your trauma that was yesterday is still your now, because your imagination is very, very powerful. You don't realize that you are a co-creator. And so if you'd like to drop in or like to have a little group call to work on forgiveness, I run a Pathways program. I would love to lead you through that. I see people literally say after that program, I feel so light. And if you're not a group person, there's a pre-recorded one there. It's in my link tree. Jump in. All of those are accessible via donation. A gold coin is enough. I just want some kind of exchange so that you are serious about it. I need you to get serious about healing you. I'm just setting a space for it. So anger is lowering your capacity for creative energy. You're giving it to the perpetrator that you're pissed off with. Does that make sense? Anger's showing up a lot in the world right now, right? We are running in a collective of angry politicians, an angry economy, and angry people that can't afford to pay their mortgages, all by design. And we are electrical beings that follow energy, so I need you to be the quantum leader, actually. Convert your anger to passion and use that hard work to be helpful in order to store up enough energy and then release it into great projects. Because storing up energy and not sharing gifts and talents and great emotions into healthy projects also doesn't fare us well. Energy has to move, right? Emotions, energy in motion. Energy has to move through the body. Currency has to move through the body. Source energy has to move through the body. Anger has to move through the body. Fear, equally. It has to move through the body, or we've become it. And you are a storehouse for whatever emotion you are holding. So let your anger release on your breath before you go to sleep, and know that sleep helps you with conscious thinking dissipate anger. Choose non-reactive as opposed to reactive anger. If you are leaking energy, you can also allow for a lack of empathy to creep into your life. Empathy is one of your fields, and the fields are ripe. Do you see a whole snapshot of humanity without empathy now? Those that could hurt an animal or those that could hurt a children are lacking empathy. And this is due to them storing up low density emotions. When we are a storehouse for low density emotions for too long, we match energies with the demonic realm. And that's a thing. That's a thing. For those that are challenged with that, I ask you to go and ask, hey, how are you everyone? Hi T. Were you trying to log in? That's cool. I'm happy to phone share. Another thing that helps you leak energy, and when I say help, I don't mean help, I mean it's draining you, is constant noisy environments. So for those of us that are living in the city, we need to consciously check out and step back into nature. But here's a beautiful thing that I've found out. If you are time poor, or if you are sick at home, or if you are trapped, you can just put on the sounds of nature and your mind will take you there, because you're a powerful co-creator. And so you don't even, it's the visualization, it's the sounds, it's the sound healing of nature, of 432 hertz frequencies, the love energy that Mother Earth holds, And you can go there and calm your nervous system just by listening, especially with earphones on, which help you to hemisync. So try that. Try escaping noisy environments or purpose. I see a lot of this younger generation constantly listening to 440 hertz music in their ears. It's always on. And so you're never going to achieve a calm nervous system while you're constantly in noise. And I ask myself this: are they running away from the silence? Are they running away from the calling to be still, to sit with self? Because when we sit with ourselves in silence, right, we can hear the dialogue that's going on, the voices in our mind. A lot of those voices are rather overcrowded, and they are leaking energy. They are not coming into agreement with the love that you are at soul level. A lot of them are very critical of self. And how do you know when you're critical with self? Well, you'll be critical with others too. That's the first litmus test. It's easy to sign up to an echo of negativity, actually. And it's learned in our families. Like, Lord knows it wasn't mine. I had to consciously cut from that and not feed it at the dinner table or family events, etc., where I noticed it was a learned behavior for me. And I had to consciously step out of it and choose to create new mantras to say, that's not who I want to be anymore. I get that it was my culture. I get that it was learned behavior. I get that on an intellectual level that it's trauma roots, that it's criticism comes out of the mouth of people that don't feel so great about themselves. And sometimes those people are packaged up in very pretty packages, which are, don't let the package fool you. As Christ said, you know, the fruit will show you where the spirit's at. And so the fruit, what are fruit? Fruit are emotions. Love, joy, peace, patience, long-suffering. These are emotions of a higher, expanded state of consciousness that is closer to Christ consciousness, the mind of Christ, or the Buddha mind, the light body, the expanded state that's able to work from neutrality that starts at the heart state. And I'll pop up the consciousness chart again in my stories. I had a beautiful session with Nia this morning, and I am so freaking proud of Nia for turning up to the magical luncheon. She crossed her own fearful boundary then. She gave birth. Spirit gave birth that day. She bust through her own fear trap. And fear's not even real. It's the stories that your ego are telling you. You can do anything as a co-creator. It's all up to you. But if you tell yourself that you can't do it, well, then you won't, right? And so here are some solutions to stop these energy leaks. Spend some time alone. Quality time. Spoiling yourself. You are so worthy. It doesn't feel comfortable at first. It wasn't comfortable for me at all now, but I've taken the pendulum to the other end of the spectrum now. I'm like, I love being by myself. It's amazing. I am really seriously creative when I'm alone, when I sit with Creator in a space where it's not picking up the energies of anyone else. I've learned to figure out what's mine and what's theirs, instead of the empath in me picking up the energies of everybody and me trying to rescue them all. Not my job to do, guys. Working against free will. Embrace silence. I want you to sit with self for half an hour every morning. Ideally on waking up. That's when you are the most able to co-create. That's when you are waking up, you are in theta brainwave state. This is the same brainwave state that you were in from 0 to 7 when you got programmed, when you suffered trauma. And so we can undo a whole lot by using affirmations and using thoughts and using words intentionally. Speak things over yourself, because the waters in your water matrix will hold the energy of positivity. Even if you're not thinking it yet, program yourself. Speak with loving words of the Spirit and speak them into your waterways. Command the water to be still. There's a whole storm of the demoniac, the crossing over the waters, and the demoniac was holding emotional energies that matched all those demons. And what happened when the storm was commanded to be still? It was freedom. Freedom, emotional freedom means I'm okay just as I am. I'm worthy of being loved, no matter what my background. My background is part of his story. My background is part of her story. My background, my testimony, and this is what Nia's just starting to catch, even on week 2 of her coaching sessions, that we created the story in order to learn alchemy, actually. And so people can argue thought processes or educational topics or whatever, but nobody, there is nobody that can argue your testimonial. That is your power. That is your co-creational ability. That is your energy that cannot be matched by anybody else in this world, actually. Create an obsession for success, but in positivity. It is very easy to be distracted, to clamor for success, for ego state in this levels of duality. Ask yourself, why do I want success? Is success your excuse to prevent you from being still? So I'd like you to ponder that. For me, years and years of aiming to be a high achiever were trying to break the curse that my father spoke over me, that I wouldn't amount to anything. It was a demon sitting in my field, and I didn't even know it was there. It was an echo, a reverberation, a word curse, however you want to label that. It was sitting there pushing me to propel to be successful. And I have been very successful, but I've never been able to hold and reap the rewards. I made other people so much money, and all the money that I made for myself, it's been millions. I haven't been able to hold it. I didn't have a container. I didn't have the self-worth or the stillness to be able to save it. Now think about that, please. I had an energy leak. A lot that are struggling in this area have suffered sexual abuse. Their energies are tethered to a perpetrator. The obsession sometimes for success is a mechanism to avoid the pain of sexual abuse, actually. And so look for those patterns and heal the inner wound. Cut energetic cords with the perpetrator using forgiveness, using visualization, tailoring your energy back to your now instead of giving it to them in the there. In spirit level, there's no time. You are still energizing that perpetrator by constantly speaking about it, constantly thinking about it. They are energy vampires draining you. To get to that level of perpetrator, they have lost touch with their empathy realm. And so their field has a massive leak as well. And you are tethering to an unsafe energy field. Have periods where you don't chase success. Work hard and then rest hard because you love yourself. And then during this sabbatical, that's when you get creative, right? That's why we get so many creative ideas when we're on a holiday. The sabbatical is essential to a successful, sustainable career, actually. Put your goals on hold for a while, regularly, and then come back to them and add some new flavor. Question why you want the success so badly. Was it like me? Trying to prove something to somebody that wasn't even watching, wasn't even in my peripheral. When I surrendered to not battling that demon, the demon left me. And I could see perspective and give myself permission to rest and not drain my energy. It was a battle going on from my early childhood years, actually. And all it did was make other people rich. And yet I was stealing my own energies, my own creative energies as a powerful manifester. So I'm choosing now to hold it in, to rest well, because resting well means success. It means long-term energies. I am not sprinting all the time now. I'm running and resting, and I'm running this long race. It's a race that will fare me well. Point all the energy that you find at a more useful target other than an enemy, or other than a hater, or other than, you can alchemize haters' energy that turn up on your social media even, once you understand how energy works. You can shield up and you can bounce energies as well. We are powerful co-creators. Find your own energy losses. Find where it's leaking from. Listen to your beautiful body. If we tap in and listen to our body, we'll realize that we have weak spots, and your energy field will show you where the weak spots are using pain. So one of my weak spots was at my neck. I always had neck tension. I always had shoulder pain. Shoulder pain is your body saying, I don't feel supported. Because all disease, all pain, all acidity presents in the body, trying to communicate to you. And my beautiful friend Tina, who's on today, sent me this book, and I actually have decided to start reading chunks of this in my stories. It's called The Secret Language of Your Body. Amazing book. And this doctor here is, her name is Ina Segal. She is explaining how your body is communicating to you with pain, certain different things. So I thought it might be really interesting. And if you would like a specific thing looked up, please jot a comment into my inbox and I'll read it out for you. So maybe you've got knee pain. What does that mean? For me, it was neck pain. And no wonder, because when I got my human design done, my throat chakra is open. I'm meant to be a manifestor communicator as part of my soul agreement. Do you know what yours is yet? If you're interested in joining the collective, we are offering another way to get in without jumping into the Kangen. Maybe you're already in the Kangen business and you'd like to jump into the collective. We're just about to release another way to get in the door, because we had so much fun yesterday. It was amazing meeting like-souled beings. And so we want to see you transform from the inside out. Know that the kingdom of heaven is on the inside, that you are co-creating either heaven or hell by the energies that you are holding. And if you're not liking yourself much, I got a feeling that you're low vibrational hell state. Hell, heel, head, heaven. It's time to elevate. I'll pop up in the stories the consciousness chart of where we're sitting, the hertz frequencies of each emotion, the color coding that goes with that. And I'd like you to jump into your purple state. Please have a look. I'll pop that up as soon as I hang up this live. And thank you for listening to these types of conversations. Shield up your energy with the golden light, which is the Christos light. The Christ consciousness is the golden shield, and allow your energy centers to balance, which is each color is flowing. You are the rainbow. You are the light being. As beautiful Nia said to me this morning, she doesn't identify as her body anymore. She identifies as a light being. Well, wow. If you can get to that state of thinking, you're halfway home. We are bridges pulling heaven into earth. Everything that you manifest in order to either teach you a lesson or to create and shift Earth's vibration happens because of things that you think about, things that you speak about. Let's do it consciously now. If it's not in alignment with love, we're not healing self and we're not healing Earth. That's my Eka motto. Heal self and heal Earth. Stop trying to heal another. Nobody can heal another. You can create a safe space for them. Like my Eka platform is a safe space for you to come and chat I answer nearly all of my DMs. If you want to chat about anything, I'm happy to answer. If you want to jump into my 9-week program, which is an affordable way to do inner work, I'll hold you accountable in a container. I think it works out at $33 a week. I can't really offer much more affordable than that. If you're ready to jump into one-on-one coaching, great. If you want to try our hot seat coaching for the collective and try it out, we meet Tuesdays at 11 o'clock Australia time. That is on a link. I'll add you the link. Join us tomorrow if you'd like to try this out. And if you want to really jump heads in, reach out to myself or Rachel for how to join the collective using our coaching package. I'm so excited for this, guys. We are living in the most amazing time. And shield your energy leaks. Plug them with golden light. Stop giving to those that don't appreciate you. Give it back to self. Whatever you're looking for in admiration for another, give it to yourself first. Fill your cup, and then you won't be giving out with the wrong motivations, the wrong intentions. Takes a little bit of sitting still to figure out, was I really doing that for the wrong reason? Well, yeah, maybe. And it's okay. It's your lesson. Lots of love to all of you, and please drop me a comment in when I repost this. Where are you listening from? I send love to every country, every time zone, every culture, every package that you're sitting in. You are amazing. We are the rainbow children together. This is the prophecies of the Hopi tribe. We are the ones, when activated into our Christos light, we are changing things. We are manifesting heaven on earth, the original Garden of Eden. We're remembering who we really are. Isn't it exciting? Stop leaking. Gather up those beautiful co-creational things. Hold them for long enough with patience. Seed into them. Sing about them. Speak about them just to you and the Creator, and watch what happens as the heart just explodes with creative magnetic attraction, and you will attract those that will help you financially, those that will help you energetically, the builders that will help you build your dreams. Whatever role you have in this play, it works exactly the same in reverse if you think about it. We've created chaos long enough, have we not? In our sleepy state. It's time to create heaven on earth and do it with intention. Lots of love from Michelle.